obviously. Feel free to read this. Flickering lights. You know. You know if those are bad for you. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. This is a love story, is basically what it said. Alright, I'm gonna play with my PS5 controller.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kinda bad though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Vive la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna... Oh, yeah, these are old. Yeah, okay. But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end the world is because she's locked up? Because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say, she is... Oh. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. I'm gonna enter. I don't need it. I'm gonna see if I can save her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you, but a lie. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. I'm just gonna say hi. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first. Or I'll see what I can do. Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
It's a weird reaction.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better when I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. So, Princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
That is weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
You don't pick a name
Go
for
back
yourself.
upstairs, get the
Well,
blade, and
most
slay
of the
her
time.
before it's too late.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
That is a little weird. I'm just gonna let her go. I think. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, let me do that.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the
What?
click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here. Try the door, return to the bottom of the stairs. Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the
This
princess.
turned.
And you won't leave until the task is done.
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
It's starting to sound a little threatening
Easier for whom?
for him.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh,
raising
my.
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her
That's
limb with the
gross.
determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Ooh. Threatening. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
That's so disturbing.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Warn her. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, it's just, I'll slay the princess. Warn
Stop
her.
that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, slay the princess, resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep, game over.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So yeah, this is all hand-drawn with pencil, I think. It's pretty amazing what they did. Whoops. What am I doing? Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
I love
If we're
this
going to
Smitten.
save our beloved, we'll
They're
have
the
to
best
be
character
sneaky
in
about
this
it.
game.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
As all men should be. And women, I guess. And everyone else.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Exactly. This is more than deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. I'm gonna say the first thing.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did just happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Villain?
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That's true.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm going with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she even was able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? Never mind. I have questions. Never mind. The first
She
thing.
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path
It's just
in
a
the
path
woods.
In the woods.
Don't overcomplicate things.
Okay. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me? Or that's all. If people locked her away, why could they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
I'm special.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
We're special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
It did feel nice.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
What a bro.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do.
Who doesn't?
But I also speak
Well,
from the
a lot of
heart.
people, I
My
guess.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in
This is
fine
different.
threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. I'm gonna ask about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's
There
a
obviously
table,
is.
the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Exactly.
There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't here last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's a mirror.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Did it disappear?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I'm gonna be consistent and not take the blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
This is
revealing
different
an
too.
intricate stairwell.
Crazy.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
That's intense.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Most women don't like that.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Her dress is different too, I think.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry, but what happened last time? The narrator sent me here to kill you. Oh, the narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
I don't think so.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want it to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. Remain silent. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
See? She didn't confess anything.
She's just saying what I want to hear.
Innocence itself. Not so sure.
Yeah. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Oh, this is all the same. I'm gonna say the first thing. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces
we
seizing
did.
our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Right.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh.
She took
Okay.
that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising extent.
It
An almost
was
unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Maybe.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay. I'd rather not. If that's cool with you.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists,
Good.
and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Okay.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
It's a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
What did I miss there? You'll do what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Okay. That's what I missed. How do I... Okay.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Is he gonna make me kill myself?
You wouldn't. I would.
This sounds bad.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Yeah.
And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? Or we leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
I hope not.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
Oh, oops, in deep reflection.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Did the music just change?
She can't just want to make us happy. makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I'm unsettled. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She looks all anime.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy. Do you want to end the world? This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I think that's the only new one. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
What is happening?
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
Yeah.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay. Clearly something is happening here, and I'm very scared. I am kind of scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to be happy together.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
She's back to normal.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again.
Yeah.
Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
Did I mess up?
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
That's what she wanted, isn't it? Or the music stopped. Something's gonna happen and it's gonna be bad. Okay.
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
The way he said that makes me feel like he's going to kill us.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Okay.
Oh, but I do.
Okay, he's not my favorite character anymore.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
No.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
I'm literally doing the same thing she is, covering my mouth in shock.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
I'm the decider.
And yet, it's done. Isn't
not
it?
the decider. This is gonna be gross.
Will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Those are my ribs. Oh my goodness. I'm playing this with headphones, and these sounds are really scaring me every time. It's like jump scares. Okay.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Wow.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
With my innards. Yeah, okay.
It's beautiful.
Oh, she's a freak.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Wow. I've never seen that part before.
You're on a path in the
Whoa.
woods. Mate, we're clearly
Look
already
at
in
the
the
glass
cabin.
windows. They're all her. Crazy. This is so nice. Oh, and the mirror is just in the middle of the room.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
Oops.
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
The skeptic.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one? The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent. Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Bonus voice.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit
It's a nice
for
room.
royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is
That's
there?
fine. I wasn't going to take it.
That's not good.
Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that, she used it to kill us. So none of you are going to talk about the mirror, approach the mirror, turn around and leave. I'm going to ask about the mirror.
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart
that was
out
disturbing.
without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work?
I don't
Better not
want
do it
to
again.
do it again. Thanks.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again. Or moving. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that, she used it to kill us.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us.
That's
I
true.
don't like losing options. Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Approach the mirror.
Across the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just
It's there.
reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Reach forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Oh. Okay.
Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that
going
the
up.
stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all.
That's neat.
Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
Exactly. I don't want to.
No, you absolutely do.
Oh.
Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second,
She
yeah.
got weird
but she
for a
didn't
couple seconds.
change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
Okay.
No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
Fatigue.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Yeah.
That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Okay.
And don't eat the food.
Proceed up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall,
Oh, the tapestries
woven
are
with
all
scenes of
fur, too.
chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
That's kind of a weird face she's making.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain
Oh.
around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart.
No,
Okay,
I'm not
everything
doing
is
that.
falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
No.
Isn't that suspiciously easy?
Yes.
There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
There's also a creepy shadow person or something behind her. That's normal.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking
I
your legs
didn't have a
out from
choice.
under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Sure. What is this place? What are we supposed to do now? You mentioned dinner on the stairs? Excuse me, get up. Silently push yourself from your seat. Slay the princess. No. What is this place?
It's our happy ending. just like you asked for.
Did I
It's
ask for that?
everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Oh, okay. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Then why'd you call me for dinner?
The flames
Whoa.
burn bright, and a shadow dives across the table.
Okay,
In
maybe
its
shadow
wake,
people aren't that
It
bad.
leaves a feast.
I could use a shadow person.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember what I said.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Well, what's the worst thing that could happen? I'll just die again. Eat. I'm gonna eat.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had.
That's suspicious.
But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Okay.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
A shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The
Okay.
feast is once again laid before you.
Well, if it doesn't have calories, I'd be okay with eating over and over, right? I don't know. This is weird.
The food is good. Again. You tear
Again.
into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
This is...
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample
Wow.
the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more.
Huh.
So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
This feels weird.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Why is this making me sad?
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time.
right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Is she talking to the shadow guy?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
What just happened? Did you make that torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now? Excuse me, get up, silently push yourself from your seat, slay the princess. Why is this making me sad? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
You said he. Who's he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Is that the smitten?
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Wow. Hey, Smitten, you were really chatty last time. Don't you have anything to say?
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him.
I was wondering what that was. I was like, why is there a V?
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes
Pokemon.
dancing across the table. It leaves behind
I
an
don't think
intricate
that's Pokemon.
game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Sure.
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
This is too real.
It's never going to stay fun.
Wow.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
Why does this feel like a breakup? Like...
The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life.
Sounded like someone just came into a store.
But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. Creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance. Winning and losing become nothing but
Advance to
ends.
the destination.
And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish. Till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Yeah, this feels like a breakup. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship and it kind of just dies around you, no matter how much you don't want it to, and you like the person. Like, I don't know.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful.
Yeah.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit
Do
it to
we?
ourselves.
Yeah. It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. This place isn't right. We have to put the rest of them out. We have to get rid of that shadow. Are you actually happy here? Okay, so we've eaten, we've played games. Now what? Excuse me. Those are the same. Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
I messed up.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
I'm so uncomfortable. We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
Damn.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
I feel like we're gonna die when the last one goes out.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
I think we die. What do you think will happen? Don't worry about what's gonna happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? I like that one. Whatever the shadows have been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out. We don't have to let it go out. Say nothing. I'm gonna ask what she'd choose.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
Well, that's nice.
That sounds lovely.
That's what I said.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
Let's go.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its
Oh.
grip on her wrists.
Okay, so he's her new chains, I guess.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
Huh. Whoa.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
feel empty. So that's that, huh? Why are you crying? Are you okay? Well, this sucks. You can open your eyes. I'm still here, you know. That sounds a little rude. Nothing's changed. We're just sitting in the dark. I'm sorry. I feel like all of this is my fault. Slay the princess. Say nothing. I'm gonna ask if she's okay. Are you okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
This is like a breakup.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop. Whatever we had between us wasn't real. This is real. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now. I'm not sure I've ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. I just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods. No, slay the princess. Say nothing. Well, I want to be honest. So, I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now.
That's a nice thought.
The knife is just in my face. I feel like it's trying to entice me, but I'm not going for it.
I think this place was bad for us. It was keeping us small. I think it's time for us to go.
Offer her your hand.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile,
Demure.
and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Wow. This is quite an ending.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Oh. A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you follow into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretched to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers, holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
She looks like she's falling. But you do not get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place. The mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, approach the mirror. I'm gonna say I don't know where she went, and don't know how we even go about looking for her.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Sorry, bros. Ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Where's the cabin? You are at the cabin. Approach her. Is she the cabin?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity. Destroy your body. Well, I don't want to do that. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a good point. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
The music kind of reminds me of Persona. Like what is it, the Velvet Room? The Blue Room? Whatever it was. Oops. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Do you know about the worlds? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do? And then, okay, make me forget. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, I'm ready. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Ugh, God, that scared me. Whew. Okay. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Ooh, look at
And
that.
in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna save my game. Save. Yes. I'm just gonna make sure that that actually recorded right. I tried earlier and it did not record my screen, just my voice. So that sucked. So hopefully this worked. And if it did, I'll see you in part 2.